Hello viewers, College of Community and Applied Science is coming up with a capsule on technical writing. Text for the presentation has been taken from the e-book entitled The College Student's Guide to Writing a Great Research Paper 101 Easy Tips and Tricks to Make Your Work Stand Out by Erika L. Ebe. It is chapter 3rd, Narrowing Your Focus and Developing a Thesis Statement. The PowerPoint points on various topics will be presented by the students of PGS 502 course titled English and Technical Writing. So here comes the third chapter on narrowing your focus and developing a thesis statement. Now let's see the introduction. The biggest mistake students make when getting ready to write a research paper is choosing a topic that is too broad. When we write enlist the research paper, research titles, then we write many topics, but we have to choose the very specific topic. Jumping into the paper without narrowing the focus will leave you frustrated and confused later when you pick through all the information you have and decide what to include. So, limited focus choosing what information to include becomes a less worrisome and time-consuming process. Now, let's see the different tips for narrowing down your topics. Now, first thing is start broad and then whittle the topic down until it feels right. First thing is very important, and that is the finding a broad focus and narrowing it down. So different things which has to be taken care, that are the first one is the appropriate for the scope and subject matter. The subject in which you want to do the research, that should be appropriated to that specific subject. Something you find interesting and will enjoy researching and writing. If you find something interesting in that particular different subjects, then you will develop the interest in that particular, and then only you are going to enjoy your research as well as the writing. Essay to find good research materials. So it should be very tough time to see or search the research material which is available. So one should see it should be easy to find good research material. It should not be not so broad and not so narrow. So these are the different points. Understand few topics will be perfect. How to narrow the focus? It is, for example, it is like a litmus test, which is the test for pH level in chemistry, but here we can use it as a success or the failure of the research. So it depends on the following things, or we can say the tips, like we have to ask different questions to ourselves, like, is this topic still too broad? Is this topic too narrow? Does this topic fit the parameters of the assignments? In this topic, argumentative, is the topic too controversial? Why is this important, or who cares? And are there enough materials available for me to research this? Is this topic fresh? Is there still something to say about it? So these are the questions one should ask while narrowing down the focus. Now, things to consider when choosing a topic. After you have chosen a general topic, you must narrow it so that it becomes more specific and easier to research. For example, if you are interested in the area of insects, so many insects are available in that, you have to focus on butterflies. There so many butterflies and species are there. Again, you have to narrow down, and you have to focus on the monarch butterflies and its research areas. Now, things to consider when narrowing a topic. Do some general reading on your topic so that you become familiar with various aspects of it. Establish the purpose of your paper. What will you be informing the reader about? Be sure your topic can be handled within the assigned length. Focus on a particular aspect of your topic that will lend itself to the sources available. For example, take the general topic like alcoholism, scientists or mathematicians, Elizabethan England or tennis. So if you want to narrow down these topics, so the alcoholism will be the causes of alcoholism. For example, second one is the scientists mathematicians. You can focus on the Albert Einstein's impact on the 20th century. Elizabethan England, then you can focus on the health concerns in Shakespeare's England. Or for example, the sports tennis. So you can go for the rise in popularity of women's tennis. So here we can see the narrowed topics for a specific top topics. Now, how to narrow topics to subtopics, which is very important. When you narrow down the topic of the research, again you have to narrow down the topic to the subtopics. For example, general topic may be eating disorders. So broad topic will be the anorexia nervosa. And in that, the specific topic will be the physical effects of anorexia nervosa. Now, in that, the subtopics will be 1. Depletion of vitamins and minerals in the body. Subtopic second will be negative side effects on internal organs. And third subtopic may be the heart diseases. So you can again narrow down your topic into your different subtopics. Then it will give you the specific results. Now we'll focus on what a thesis statement does. It describes your topic, what your essay will be about. It introduces a specific claim you are making about your topic. It describes 3 ways in which you will support and develop your claim. So, the formula for a thesis statement is subject, claim, plus 3 points to support. Now, this formula is very important while narrowing down the statement of thesis, that is subject, then claim, and the 3 points to support. We'll see, let's look at this example. That is the going back to college was a complex process that involved researching a school, applying for admission, and enrolling in classes. Can you find the 3 different components in this thesis statement? Yes, definitely. We'll see one by one. The first one is the subject or topic of the essay. That is going back to college. The essay is about going back to college, but there is a lot to say on this subject. So now you have to narrow it down to one specific claim. Then second will be the claim made about the subject or topic of the essay. Like going back to college was a complex process. The topic is narrowed down to the complexity of going back to college. Now the topic is easier to talk about. You just need to list 3 points to support this claim. So, the 3 points to support for the claim, for example, a complex process that involved researching a school, applying for admission, and enrolling in classes. 3 reasons going back to the college is complex. First, you need to research a school. You need to apply for admission and you need to enroll in classes. Each of these support claim is having its different and specific area. So one should take care of that. So you will get the specific result and the statement. Supporting your claim. Your thesis statement comes in your introductory paragraph. Then you need to devote at least one paragraph for each supporting point. One paragraph will be about researching a school. The next paragraph will discuss applying for admission, and the third paragraph will be about enrolling in classes. These will be followed by the concluding paragraph summarizing how these points prove your claim. So one should say the support your claim by proving it scientifically. Again, remember the easy formula for the thesis statement, that is subject plus claim plus 3 points of state support. Now, we'll focus on the developing a thesis statement, which is our main aim of this chapter. What is this? Then thesis statement. A thesis statement is a declarative statement made in the introduction of the paper that lets lead readers know what the paper is going to inform them about. It should serve as a framework for writing your paper from start to finish. And if you will look or think of the topic of the paper, so what it means? The topic of a paper is what the paper hopes to cover or prove in a loosely defined sense. Now, the thesis statement is the framework or guide for your paper. So make sure it is as strong as possible. Creating a frame, turning a topic into a thesis. So following tips must be considered. That are, it is a statement of the paper's message and purpose. It must be declarative. It has a clear direction or frame for the paper. It needs to have a hook to make it interesting. It must be clearly worded and concise. It must be void of weak language. You should not use vague language in the research paper or the making your thesis statement. It should be scientifically proven one. You can always change your thesis statement later. Then, very important and the most necessary thing is make yourself sound credible. That means simple versus complex thesis statements. For example, Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet is odd for a tragedy. Now in this statement, this is an acceptable start for a thesis statement, but it lacks specifics. Why is it odd? Where is the argument going? Now second example we can take. For example, sharks do not kill as many people as people seem to think they do. So the media portrayed shark threat is overblown and stupid. Now this thesis statement is far too wordy. The word people is repeated unnecessarily and the phrase overblown and stupid. So this must be avoided in your thesis statement. Make your point and then say why. The most vital components of a thesis statement are the what and the why. Any thesis statement should explain which point the paper is making and then give a basic reason or several reasons why this argument is valid according to the claim of the statement. One should give the support to that claim and the argument is valid. Any thesis statement should explain which point the paper is making and then give a basic reason or several reasons why this argument is valid. So, this should be always scientific and proven by your research work. Good writers share their writing, and no writing is like a conversation with friends, with other writers and texts, with oneself. It is never finished and it is never perfect, but that is the beauty of it. Now, let's see the study guide for this particular topic. First is very important thing is that narrowing the focus properly is very important. Make sure you consider type and length of the paper you are writing before you begin narrowing the focus. Consider keeping a backup topic or two in mind in case you run into problems later during the writing process and need to shift directions. Once you have a narrow topic, the next step is to construct a thesis statement. This thesis statement is the most important sentence in the entire research paper, and it will be a roadmap for your research and planning. So let's see, a good thesis statement should state the paper's message and purpose, be declarative, offer a clear direction or frame for the paper, have a hook to make it interesting, use clear, concise wording, avoid weak language, read your thesis statement several times, or have friends or tutors check it for weak spots to be sure it is as strong as it can be. You are still early in the writing process and you can always change or alter your thesis to better fit the research you do later. Thank you audience for listening this